Hey, how's it going? It is your muscle building coach, Lee Hayward, and today I have a question that was sent in through the Total Fitness Bodybuilding app by David. And he says that he's thinking about doing a 3-day per week push-pull legs training split, and he wants to know the best set and rep pattern to use for that training split. Now, this is a common question that I'm often asked, especially among novice lifters. What's the best set and rep pattern? And the truth of the matter is there is no best set and rep pattern. I mean, there are advantages to virtually every set and rep combo that you can think of. So rather than just giving you a blanket statement saying, hey, do 3 sets of 10 and forget about it, I'm going to explain how the different set and rep patterns affect your body and how they stimulate muscle growth. Now, we have 3 major muscle fiber types. We have the slow twitch, which are type 1 muscle fibers. And these are the endurance muscle fibers. These are the ones that get worked when you're doing cardio, walking, jogging, swimming, any long duration exercise like that. So it's long duration, low intensity, that's slow twitch fibers. Now we're not really working that when we're doing weight training. When we're weight training, we're focusing more on the type 2 muscle fibers, which are the fast twitch. And there are 2 different types of fast twitch fibers. You have type 2A, which are the intermediate fast twitch fibers, and these are fibers that are more muscular endurance training. And then you have the type 2B, which are the power fibers. These are the fibers that get worked with high intensity, heavy loads, and low duration. So if you're doing like an all-out heavy set or like testing your 1 rep max bench press, something like that, I mean, that's type 2B muscle fibers. Very high intensity, but the duration of the exercise is very low. Now, when it comes to stimulating muscle growth, we want to focus on those type 2 muscle fibers, both the type 2A and type 2B. So you want to kind of structure your repetitions in that range. And what you're going to find is if you experiment with different repetition ranges and do so over a prolonged period of time, certain rep ranges are going to feel better for you. You're going to find your natural sweet spot. I mean, some people like to do high repetition pumping workouts. Others might like to do low repetition, heavy power workouts. And again, it's not right or wrong. It's just what's best suited for your body. And even if you have a body type that is kind of geared more towards muscular endurance, or you have a body type that's geared towards heavy power training, working within different rep ranges can still stimulate unique muscle growth for your body. So for example, you could take a power lifter and have them do high repetition bodybuilding work as a form of extra training stimulation, and they can benefit from that. You can have a bodybuilder do heavy power training work, and they can benefit from that. So I mean, again, there's pros to all the different repetition ranges. It's not like one is better than the other. What I'd recommend, if you're new to training, just start off with a basic set and rep pattern and focus on learning the exercises, focus on being consistent with your workouts, and don't get too hung up on it. Just focus on the consistency. So 3 sets of 10 repetitions is a good range for a beginner because it's simple. It's kind of in that mid-range where you're activating the type 2A muscle fibers. And do that for at least a month. Now, after a month of that, you might want to experiment with some different rep ranges. And one that I really recommend is an old school rep range that was made popular by Vince Gironda. Vince Gironda is known as the Iron Guru back in the day, back in the Muscle Beach pumping iron days. He was one of the original trainers back then. And one of the repetition ranges that he made popular was 10, 8, 6, 15. So your first set, you do 10 repetitions. Second set, you increase the weight a little bit, drop the repetitions down to 8. Third set, increase the weight a little bit more, drop the repetitions down to 6. So in that 10, 8, 6, you're working down through the spectrum of the muscle fibers, the fast twitch muscle fibers. And then you do a back off set of 15. So you lighten the weight up and then do a pumping set of 15 repetitions. And this is going to give you a broad spectrum of muscle fiber stimulation. So first set with 10, second set with 8, third set with 6, back off the weight and do a finishing set of 15 reps. And this is a good overall rep range that's going to work all your fast twitch muscle fibers. And it's one that I like to use a lot, and I incorporate it in a lot of my customized training programs that I design for people. And it's a more advanced repetition range because, again, it's incorporating all those different muscle fibers. And after you've been doing that for 4 to 6 weeks, you can experiment with another rep range. I mean, maybe you'll want to do a heavy 5x5 power training program. Or you could even experiment with a 10 sets of 10 German volume training program. I mean, what I want you to do is experiment and see what works the best for your body and what programs do you enjoy the most. Because what you'll find is when you find a repetition range that works well for you, that gives you a good muscle pump and it just feels right, then that's kind of giving you an indication of your fiber type and what your body responds to the best. So ultimately, I want you to experiment and try different rep ranges, but don't do it haphazardly. Just don't, one workout do 3 sets of 10, next workout do 5 sets of 5, next workout do 10 sets of 10 or what. Don't do it like that. Stick to it for at least 4 to 6 weeks so that you give those repetition ranges a chance to work. Let your body actually adapt and grow in response to those different rep ranges before you change it up. And you'll find that each time you change up your rep ranges, you'll help to spur on some new muscle growth. So hopefully this helps to answer your question. And if you have any comments, feedback, or suggestions, please feel free to post those down in the comment section below, and I'll chat with you down there. And if you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe to the Total Fitness Bodybuilding YouTube channel, and stay tuned for my next video coming soon. Take care. Over and out. And if you'd like to see an example of this 10, 8, 6, 15 rep range, I actually have a video that I made a while back showing a demo of this workout. So if you want, just click on the annotation on your screen to check out that video.